What's going on, guys?
Welcome back. Episode
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
We have a lovely gentleman. Some might think he's a guest, but it's actually
I'm an
Mateo.
OG.
Hey!
Mateo's
Just kidding.
Mateo's back.
Applause.
Just kidding, Mateo. We love you.
Mateo's back by popular demand. Everyone here asked for him, and
Thank you guys for that one person that asked for me.
and now he's back with us.
Word.
But to keep it real plain and simple, one of the reasons why he's here is because he'll actually be joining me at Gotsole this weekend on the 19th and the 20th.
Okay.
We'll be buying and selling all day over there. So quick shout out to all the good people there at Gotsole.
Know who you are.
You know who you are. But yeah, we're excited to be at the event. You definitely want to be there. You don't want to miss it. And we can't wait to see you all there.
Word. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and say what's on feet.
Okay. I'll start off. I got the mummies on feet right now. Just copped them. Been wanting these for a while. Just on feet or the whole fit?
Keep
Run us
going
through
if
the
you
whole
want,
fit,
babe.
bro.
And then I got Uniqlo socks. I got human-made pants and our very favorite sold-out T-shirt. There you
Nice,
go.
nice.
My fault.
I got on splatter non-SB dunks. These SBs didn't exist when these came out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I got sold out sample sweats and Save Mankind on the tee and sold out on the dome. NJ.
Oh, I just realized that was just a vintage Dare T-shirt.
Yeah, it just looks
No,
like a
sir.
vintage Dare
Yeah,
tee.
I thought
I'm
it
daring
was.
you to
That's
save
tough.
mankind.
I didn't pass there.
Oh, word.
There's a little fun fact.
You let him down.
And
not fair.
Save Mankind on the socks as well.
There we go.
My fault, bro.
What you got, Brian?
Today we'll start from the bottom. ALD 550. This is my beater. Got Uniqlo on the pants, and got the advertisement tee available for $48 in store. My fault, director.
All right.
Yeah, so pretty much since we last spoke, I don't think much has happened. I'm gonna assume that Travis Scott restocked on the Utopias again.
Oh my god.
Why not? Everyone thought it was a new cash cow. Just kidding. It's readily available. I believe it's still available if you hit the
It's
right
sitting,
link.
right? It's
Yeah.
sitting. Yeah.
If you hit the right link, it's still available. I don't think it's like on his website, but if you go to the actual link for the shoe, you can still find it.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. Other than that, like people were buying that briefcase to try to get like a Willy Wonka-esque
Golden ticket.
golden ticket to go to Utopia. Unfortunately, so far the only briefcase I've seen says Utopia upside down and backwards.
The Utopia one. That was where was it supposed to be at?
Well,
It's like the
it's
concert thing.
Oh,
Like,
he was gonna do the
he
concert
was
at the
supposed to do
pyramids.
it in
And
Egypt.
they got canceled.
It got canceled.
right?
Yeah, that's
So he
crazy.
did it at Pompeii.
It's like
in
the
Rome.
Egyptian
Yeah.
government didn't want him to.
Yeah.
That's what I
Rage.
figured. I was like, "There's no way." he's
Nah,
gonna
yeah,
throw
it was
down
like
in the
that, and,
pyramids.
like between like religious reasons and like they were like, yo, this is
yeah,
like, you
that
know,
was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that. I
yeah.
was like,
So did it in Rome, Pompeii, had fucking Kanye on stage, barefoot. Who knows? But I'm excited to get it on stateside. I believe he's gonna be at MetLife Stadium next month, so September 29th. As the director would go ahead and tell us, and
He did his
hopefully
research.
we'll see you there.
Speaking of MetLife and the surrounding area, though,
What else is going on there?
of course, August 19th and 20th, Godsole at the Meadowlands Expo Center.
There it is.
We've been to previous iterations and we've loved every single time we've gone. We're glad to be going this year again. Luckily enough, for the people who are watching and obviously the people that come to our table that day, they'll be happy to know that we'll also be giving out a pair of REIMAGINE white cements. Arguably one of the best shoes of the year. You're able to pick your size.
Winner picks their size.
There you are. Heard it here first. Entries, well, to get a free entry, obviously, you'd have to subscribe. And then after that, it's $1 an entry. So you can buy as many entries as you like. No limit.
Just imagine winning a REIMAGINE for $1 or winning it for free just because you subscribe.
Where you
Jeez.
subscribe and you comment on this
imagine
video.
That. Imagine that.
Subscribe
There
and
you are.
comment on this video below, and you will be selected.
There you are. See, arguably one of the best shoes of the year for $1.
Very
Yeah.
hard
Or
argument.
free.
Or free.
free.
Yeah, you don't
There
even
it
have to
is.
pay $1. You can just test your luck with just one free entry, and you might be the winner.
Word.
Never know.
So, speaking about the upcoming event, anyone have any fond memories of any past iterations of the event? Or
I mean, the first time that I went with Matt, I actually didn't work. First sold out. I was a consigner.
Yeah.
And so I pretty much chalked it up to I wasn't getting paid, but I'm gonna just bring a whole bunch of my crap with me. And probably the craziest trade I did that day. Wow, first I think we sold.
You sold a lot of your stuff.
Yeah, I
there,
sold
actually.
like 80% of the stuff I took, and I took like 40 pairs. I think now they're like limiting people to like 60 pairs a table because people were getting creative and just busting out like freaking Home Depot boxes and making
oh
like
no, yeah.
trifectas.
Are they really?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that go to that event and then they don't want it intruding on other people's spaces,
Exactly.
which is understandable.
I get that. Yeah.
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 So if you do bring more than 60, they're requiring you to buy additional tables because pretty much they're only allowing you to put stuff on your table, not
Yeah.
on the floor or anything else around you. But yeah, when we went, I think one of the crazier trades I did there was I traded my Union Black Toe ones. I traded those for a brand new, I forget the size, but a brand new Off-White Lemonade or ICA. Some of you might know it. Took that
That's a good
shoe
trade.
and I think
It
it
gets
was
better.
$200 on top. And the ICA was brand new. Obviously it wasn't the person's size. They were like also a reseller. But the shoe that I had was like one of their coveted grails, and he like was pressing me for it, like all types of shit, whatever. And so he ended up giving me $200 Off-White lemonades for my Black Toe Unions. It took me about good 48 hours to turn that lemonade into a DS Uncle plus $50.
DS2 is
Jesus.
crazy. DS is crazy. That's
So-
why
What does that go for now? We need to.
Oh,
Pull it up
I'm
somewhere
a
here.
size 12, so it's probably like up there somewhere. So yeah, so I traded pretty much. I got DS Uncle and a DS Uncle and $250 for used Black Toe Unions.
I always tell people that. I was like, yo, when somebody's trying to buy a black toe union, I'm always like, that's the best shoe to like grab,
Hmm.
and you'll always either like, yeah, you probably won't make your money back, but you won't lose as much as
Nah,
other sneakers
all.
Everyone always obsesses about that sneaker, so you'll always either find a good trade or you'll be able to make a good amount back with that shoe.
Yeah, and I wasn't really. I mean, on top of the fact that I was already selling it,
Yeah,
I wasn't really too pressed on it at all because it was a size 12 and I'm an 11 and a half in Jordan ones. So I had bought it just because it was a opportunity to buy it at a good price, and then I wore it because fuck it, why not? And then I ended up getting an 11 and a half later on down
Yeah,
the line, so
it's just full circle comes around.
worked out.
Would you wear a Black Toe Union?
Would I wear one?
Yeah, because I know you've had Air
I
Jordan
think
ones in the past.
I would. I used to be a big like Jordan 1 fan, but then I just slowly started like
You're a big
going
Supreme
away
head
from
too.
them. Oh my god, that was like back in the day. Supreme, Babe, Jordan.
CDG.
But I just stopped liking Jordans because I just got so lazy to
Oh.
untie it. And I'm just like, and I go to a lot of people's houses where it's like they're like, yo, shoes off, and I'm just like, man, I just gotta unlace this because I'm not the guy that have it like loose like a lot of people do, like they just slip it out.
Oh, you
Like
choke it?
I
You
choke
choke it?
I choke my fucking
Jesus.
Jordans. So I'm just like, I gotta fucking. I'm like, yo, you gotta what's that called? To put in your
Shoehorn?
shoe, a shoehorn. Yo, to put that back on.
Yo, remember when we were selling those?
We still
It's
have like
crazy.
2 or 3 around the store. Like
I think I found 5
Oh,
randomly.
I have one in my
within-
house. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, other than that, I don't really have personally any other fond memories. I mean, I bought other stuff there. Like I bought stuff for Luna, who's running around. I bought stuff
There she
for
is.
Hey Luna. I bought
It was
stuff for
perfect timing.
I bought stuff for my other daughter there. But other than that, I think Mateo, you had a good story for Gotsole.
Yeah, it's not a good story, but it's a story.
It depends.
Um,
It depends on what end you're on.
So wait, let's talk about like Gotsole, how a lot like the benefits of going to that type of event is like if you're just like a regular like guy just having a whole bunch of shoes and you want to load it, it's a great place to go, like to basically unload your shoes, trade up, get a grill. Everyone just comes together and just basically just starts, connecting. Even if you don't end up selling shoes, you could always just make a connection with a person there, and that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Every time we go to Gotsole, usually I think me and Brian have gone a couple of times already. I usually always end up going. I love going. I love meeting the people there. I love like interacting with everyone. We always bring heat. Everything that you see in our grail casing behind us, we always end up bringing that. We bring in some here and there, some like some breaks here and there because we know it also sells. So we had two grails that we also bought, and it was a rust pink Jordan 1 and an igloo Jordan 1. We had the pack basically, both 11.5. And some dude came over to the table and he started looking at all our grails, and he was like, "Hey man, I usually come over here to like basically just buy shoes to resell for my shop and all that, but you actually have my size," which he was an 11.5. So he starts negotiating. He starts like picking up like an orange lobster. He picks up a purple pigeon. He picks up
I think he took the friends and family Air Jordan 5, the trophy room.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he
That's
also
what
took that. Yeah,
That's what he ended up taking.
He started
Yeah.
taking a lot. So it was like, like every other, like any other place, if you take a lot, we can help you out with like a little deal and stuff. So we also take, the thing about us is we also take consigned items with us. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to help move this consigner's items. So I took the rust pinks and igloos, and he threw an offer. I remember he was negotiating and I was trying to help him out. I was calling the consign. I was like, "Hey, I have a dude here. He's willing to buy both of your 11.5 like Jordan, like igloos and rust pinks." And the consigner was just being so hard-headed. He was not trying to sell it. He was like, "Oh, like nah, like I know what's worth, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Nah, bro, like he was honestly offering $100 less."
He was cash ready. I remember.
I think
Yeah.
we had the igloos and the rust pinks both priced each at
5.5
5.5 thousand,
55. Yeah.
5,500
something around
in
there.
that ballpark.
And the total came out to what was it? 11.
I think at the end of the day,
11,000?
it was just gonna be like 100.
And he was like,
off of
and he was
each.
asking for like 100 off of
Yeah.
each. And I was like, "Yo, my boy," like I was telling him, I was like, "Yo, my guy, like this is literally a good deal. Like he's just asking for $100 off. Like you can't get that anywhere else." And then he was just like, "Nah, blah blah blah." He ended up taking all the shoes that we weren't consigned. That was from us. He cashed out. Probably spent like around like 23,000 around there. Like he bought a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah, he
like,
bought. I think he bought the pigeons too. I just
yeah,
can't
he bought a
remember.
lot of stuff for himself personally. So, and me knowing that he was like, "All right, this is his personal stuff he's trying to buy," I was like, "All right, let me see if I could work with you." The guy did not want to budge, and I was like, "Come on, man!" I was trying to help both parties. I was like, "I'm trying to make you money, and I'm also trying to make him happy to leave with his shoes."
Word.
And he did not budge. And then, like at the end of the day, the sale didn't go through because of $100.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly. What do you mean by that? Exactly
Yeah.
what I told him when he told me I'm not gonna take it for $100 less. And I was like, "Ah,
Lord.
man."
Shout out to Sheesh Kicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember.
That was a bad experience.
I remember that same year when we went. It was Joe LaPuma was also there and Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
I remember that. The good thing about all these events is that there's always so much variety.
Uh-huh.
There's always so much variety at these events just because there's so many people. Either they're a shop owner or they're like local resellers. So you're either seeing like really, really old grails, like stuff that's like just strictly
Yeah.
samples, or like friends and family pairs. And it's very common at these events. I know that sometimes you'll see like a clip or two pop up on like your Instagram feed, but that's really how it is. Like people, cash out these large amounts of money just to grab their grail.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And I don't think a lot of people know. It's like people always hear like Gotsole has grails going on and stuff, but they're always like, "Oh, what if they're fake?"
no.
But the good thing about Gotsole that a lot of other sneaker conventions don't really have is that like they have a spot, where they can
Yeah.
just legit check it.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Like I remember selling this dude a pair of Air Yeezy Solar Reds, and he was like, "Hey man, do you mind if we just go to the legit
booth,
like
yeah.
the booth and we check it out?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." I knew they were real, but he just wanted to make sure they checked it. I think they had like 3 opinions of the shoe, and they were like, "Yeah, it's good," and they went through. I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
that's really good to have, like in a sense, like in the type of a sneaker event like that.
Same
Right.
shoe, Black Toe Union. If you remember, there was a kid who randomly came up to us and was like, "Yo, like I have a DS pair. I'll trade you for a used pair." And I was like, "This sounds too
yeah.
far fetched."
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Right? So I'm like,
What?
this sounds too far fetched. So he's like, "Nah, I just bought this at another booth, and I really would rather a DS, like a used pair,
Yeah.
because he was like, oh, I don't see myself like, you know what I mean, like
undsing
undsing a shoe, so I'd rather like get some money back and like get a used pair." And I was like, word. And then we started looking at it. I'm like, I don't know, bro. This looks kind of off. So we literally went to the booth and they were like, nah, man, this shit no good.
Yeah.
And then this man was pressed because the table that gave it to him evidently dipped.
Yeah.
That's the shit they were like, yo, once we sell this,
They're
pack
like,
it up
"We're
and way
out."
out.
Like, I don't know if
That's
like
horrible.
hopefully he got, you know, because
Yeah.
it's a store, we won't name names, but hopefully he went and he got his money back or something. But yeah, that man was pressed, bro.
No, but that's why that's why they provide that service for you, because it's like you at the end of the day they want you to go home knowing you made the right purchase.
go
course.
and always go with the person that's selling that shoe to that booth.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah,
buy it and then
And
go
then
to the
go,
booth.
yeah,
'cause
no.
you'll
That's
end
the
up-
biggest error.
You
That's
end up like
a-
my man's who goes back and it's just, you know,
It's
No,
an empty
just
table.
dust.
it's
It's
just dust,
on
bro.
the table.
It's just dust and trash.
Nah.
Nah, yeah. So, yeah, always go before you purchase the shoe to get it authenticated.
Mhm.
You're not gonna offend anybody. Obviously,
No.
the seller knows what he has. If they're fake, then that's
If he gets
shame
offended,
on
then they're
him.
fake.
Yeah,
But
Honestly.
if they're good, then you know what I mean. That's an easy sell right there
Yeah.
because it's like 100% like, oh, he's gonna buy it once it's authenticated.
yeah,
And if not, at the end of the day, I don't know if they give some kind of authenticity, whatever. But you could be like, hey, this just got authenticated, like to the next person. So either way, it's an easy sell.
yeah. No,
True.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets offended, by all means, I think at that point that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Word.
So that should definitely deter you.
Nah, yeah. But I think the biggest thing I like about Gotsole and conventions is like it hyperactively brings the hunt back. Because you can't just like hang out at your even if you're a seller, like, somebody wants something at the end of the day. You can't just hang out at your table and assume something's gonna,
Nah.
pop up. There could be the sneaker you always wanted directly behind you, but you have to go around the entire
Yeah.
convention
Yep.
and go
That's one
figure
of the
it out.
things we had to do. Actually, I don't know what we were going for that specific time we went, but we all took a lap just because we were just curious of what was around us.
Yeah.
You went. I was looking for like Rick Owens. I was like, I need
Yeah.
to find some Geo
Mhm.
baskets. And
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
you were looking for. I was looking for mummies. I found the mummies, but they weren't the price I was looking for.
Word.
It's pretty good.
Nah, yeah, and like stuff like that, like it's always regional. And what's good about that is that it attracts, both people that want to spend money and people that want to like sell stuff. So you're not gonna have unfortunate events like ours are, a small, minute percentage of what actually goes on at these events. Like 9 times out of 10, a person wants to get rid of whatever they just brought. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
it's I'm gonna take a loss of $5 or whatever it is, they'd rather do that and build a relationship with you and hopefully you come back to them rather than kill a deal over say $100.
Jeez.
But like these sort of things, like that's what they're there for. Like no
No,
one
yeah.
goes there on a field trip with no money and like, you know what I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
no.
go.
You go there with an intention and something.
Yeah,
on your
like
mind.
some
'Cause
type
you're
of
buying a pass to go in too. So it's like,
Exactly.
you're not gonna go in buy a pass and not buy it.
Exactly.
No, no.
You
You're
know
always
what I
gonna
mean?
end up
So-
buying something.
Yeah, and like 9 times out of 10 now, Gotsole has actually gotten bigger since I went like last year or whatever. Now they have like celebrities walking around and hopefully they're your size that you're selling and they might just cash out on whatever grail it is that you had and you were just holding off until that right seller or that right buyer came along.
No, yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that would happen there as opposed to like your everyday, like trying to sell on IG or like sell through stores or whatever. Like it's a lot different.
You're like in a warehouse of just full sneakerheads.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up selling your sneakers.
Yeah.
Like, there's
matter
no
what.
way you're gonna end up either empty.
Unless you're highballing your sneaker. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get. But you're gonna sell your sneaker regardless.
yeah.
No, but it's still fun. Like even just to interact with all the people there. I
Yeah.
don't think that there's ever been a moment where I've just been like, oh, this is dragging on for too long, or like, oh, like I'm not gonna find what I want because like I don't see it in the next 5 feet. Like
Nah, word. I almost bought Slam City skates, but it was already like starting to get that like sticky effect to it.
mhm.
So I was just like, I can't
No,
do that
I
because
get
it's
that, yeah.
it's suede on top of like that sticky thing. It was like it was gonna take 2 hours for that to seep into the suede, and now the shit's ruined. And man's wanted to hide, and I was like, nah, bro, wrong person. But
Feel that.
yeah, other than that, like I remember going to like Dunk Exchange back in the day, and like it was the same thing. Like I was just ambitious Leo trying to get the next dollar, and my go-to thing was to bring a some kind of carry-on luggage with me because there weren't IKEA bags back then and whatever. But you
The
bring
IKEA
like
bag.
you bring like 10,
Those
15
IKEA
pairs, and
bags.
if you were going in a group, some of your friends would hold some of your stuff, and you just get there and you just literally like I wouldn't pay for tables. I'm like freaking 16, 17. I'm a teenager. So I would literally just like sell a shoe, pull another one out of my bag, and sell a shoe. Like,
Yeah, that's another good thing about these conventions. Like, you could bring your own stuff. You don't have to be a vendor. Like,
No,
you
no,
could
yeah.
literally like you could bring. There's people like I think
the
some-
limit's like 3.
Yeah,
you could
there's
bring
I've
in,
seen some people
which
just
is
actually
still-
set up on the floor and just
Yeah.
like have their stuff out
Yeah.
there and just be
I
like,
think
hey,
they call
like,
it the
the pit.
The pit.
the
Yeah.
pit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there you
that
go.
that little like that atrium area that most of these sneaker conventions have, it's just kids just sitting around and there's like
Yeah.
a blank. They have like a blanket out and just
Yeah,
whatever
it's
they
just like,
whatever they could carry.
It's like you
is
go to
there.
Canal Street
Yeah.
in New
Yeah.
York
I-
and then just seeing like a whole bunch of people just there.
Yeah.
If it's the same location, what they do is they set up in that little lobby area before you
Mm.
get into the
Yeah.
convention, and it's prime real estate for free because at the end of the day, like they can't, you know what I mean? Technically, they don't rent out the lobby, so it's like unless security tells you that you're a fire hazard, like you're in the clear,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everyone has to pass you as they come in
As they
and
come
out of
in,
the
yeah.
convention. So it's like it's a no brainer, you know. But yeah, man, shit.
Gotta respect the hustle. I'll tell you.
Or
I just love seeing like the little hustlers actually going out there, like the 9-year-olds coming up here and
Oh,
bringing me
no.
like a grail. And I'm just like, how did you just get this shoe? Like,
nah,
No,
yeah.
that's the funny part. And then
I'm
they'll
just
like
like-
try to negotiate, and it's kind of impressive because like you'll be like, "Damn, how'd you learn how to
I was,
negotiate like
9
that?"
years
Like,
old. I was
yeah, man.
playing Minecraft. And
yeah,
shit. Like, I was
for
Listen,
like,
real.
It be
Yeah,
like
man.
that sometimes.
Or like they'll do like, "Yo, like I got this $1," or like I got this Supreme sticker. Like help me trade up. And it's like, I mean, I've seen a lot of people do that sneaker conventions,
Yeah.
and it turns out pretty well for them. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's always a fun time, and I believe they're still stateside, but they're starting to like become into like more and more cities, like bigger cities and stuff.
Well, on that note, actually, I know they celebrate 10 years soon in September. I know they have an event in Boston.
Mm.
So congratulations to them for
Yep.
10 years of Gotsole. We're very, very happy to be a part of this journey, even if it's just a minor step. But, 10 years is a big
10
accolade.
years is a decade. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
A decade, yeah,
Crazy.
exactly.
Word.
We've been open for 10 years.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
there we are. A little bit of self-promo there.
But yeah, it's beautiful. It's good to see, and I mean, and like I said, the two kids or two, I guess men now that started, they were teenagers, and they were like, "Yo, like I'm tired of sneaker con, it's just ass."
Yeah, no,
And they were like, "All right, watch this."
that's true because after COVID, they kind of like really, they filled that gap in the market that was
Yeah.
needed because
Yeah.
we needed sneaker conventions.
Yeah,
You're
'cause
keeping the sneaker game alive.
Yeah.
they,
Because it is, it's all over the place right now, but
yeah.
they're keeping it.
Ironically enough, they found the niche because they came in right when SneakerCon became like global, and they started doing like worldwide stuff. And they're like, "All right, bet you forgot about the States. Watch this."
Yeah.
And they just
Came at
swooped
the right
in.
time. Yeah, they filled in that
Yeah.
gap that was people needed sneaker conventions. People
Yeah,
still
word.
wanted to trade and negotiate and walk around and have that whole experience.
Yeah, man.
There's this whole demographic that's never experienced that, and they gave it to them.
Word.
So they kept the dream alive for older sneakerheads like.
Mm.
Leo.
Ironically enough, they're across from the dream, the American dream.
Oh yeah,
is it that close? Is it? Is
Yeah.
close,
Yeah,
right? Is that
it's
close?
Meadowland
I'm always
Expo.
bad with directions. Yeah.
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 I
You
don't-
calling me old? What was that?
Yo, not
Try to
old,
slip that
bro.
in? Jesus
My fault,
Christ.
bro. Yeah,
But either ways,
Just because
people,
my shoes are old.
you aged like fine wine. How about that?
Listen, man. Just because my shoes are
I'm
older
older
than
than
you.
your shoes, actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
yeah, I think he asked me. He was like, "Yo, what are we doing?" 2008. Oh, when did these release?
2002.
2002. I was like, 2002. I don't know, man. Just coming to America or some shit like that.
Hey, yo.
Drinking baby formula, probably.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, but also like for like this type of for people that are watching and have never been Gotsole, it's not only gonna be like only sneakers. That's the one thing a lot of people get confused with. That it's only gonna be
Yes.
sneakers. It's not, because if you're a vintage head, there's
Mhm.
vintage stuff there
Yeah, I've
too.
seen-
That is.
I've
Yeah.
I've gone and I've been like, I've told Brian, like when we were in our table, like, yo, I'm gonna take a lap around because I want to see what people have for vintage, and they have really good deals. I found really good. Like I'm really into like band tees and stuff like that. I found really good tees like that. They also sell like exotic snacks, which also
Yes.
catches me off
Oh,
guard.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
thing.
Like designer, like old or new designer, like handbags, and like it's all over. Like I've seen people
Everything.
like do rugs. It's not only sneakers. It's literally an
Word.
event for you just to sell your stuff. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be sneakers.
It's more of like networking.
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
If
Like
you
I said,
think
it's all
about it,
connections. At the end of the day.
it's like people come with like their established brands and like their merch and like whatever they have on their website, they'll just like bring to the table, and it's
Nah,
pretty.
word.
It's really goes to show you how much this like sneaker thing has really grown. It's not just sneakers anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's more than just a sneaker event.
No, I really truly respect the ambition and the hustle that you see out of anyone, whether it be a grown ass man or an 8-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Like I've bought stuff from kids before in the past where it's like I don't understand how they got it, but
Yeah. Yo,
I
it always
appreciate
surprises
it.
me when I see a kid have like a grill
grill
that I'm on. I'm
sneaker.
like, how'd you get this, bro?
Nah,
Like,
word. Yeah, I remember it like probably the one of the more memorable moments at Dunk Exchange back in the day was I bought like I don't know, it was like a size 9 Bison. It was pre-owned, but it was like fairly clean in box, and back then they were going for maybe like $300 to $500, and this kid just had it on his table. First of all, he had a table. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, again, I couldn't afford a table because I was just hustling and busting or whatever the hell. This kid had a table. I traded him some stuff, and I flipped the shoe at the same location. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it goes to show you, like, you know, staying stagnant at events like this, like sometimes people don't get to you, or they just don't see what you have because you're in, you know, a position that they don't even get to or whatever at these conventions. And, you know, moving around is key. I know whenever we went, we would like take whatever, like I know we would take laps with shoes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
like
just
carry
hold
a
it up in
shoe,
the
I'll
air.
put
Yeah.
it like in the
Yeah.
air, and then I'll have like random tables calling me up. That's how I actually found well, I was gonna have a buyer for the roast pigs and
Yeah.
because I was holding both of them, and I went around and I just went
Yeah.
around the whole warehouse just holding it up.
Yeah.
I remember
And then
that,
everyone
yeah.
would just be like, yo, how much, what size? And I'd be like, no. And then some dude was like, yo, how much, what size? I'm like, 11 and a half. I'm gonna go buy your table right now. He went by and still, like
I remember that
it's
because that
like-
was the shoe we were
I'm always-
trading
I'm
all
always
day.
like, yo, I'm always like, I feel like that was my shoe, and I was trying to sell it, and I didn't make the sell. I was like, because I was really trying to make that sale.
That one
happen.
hurt.
I
That
was
one
like,
hurt.
ah,
That one
come on,
stings.
man.
Like, one,
But-
because you couldn't make that sale, and two, because you know that consignor was gonna get paid out like this.
Yeah, exactly,
Nah,
exactly. But you know, if you guys want 11 and a half roast pig, just hit us up.
or be at Gotsole at the right place at the right
come
time.
through.
Nah, word. Yeah, man. And it's crazy because, like, when we went and you told me that we were taking consigned shoes, I'm like, this isn't going to work.
Mhm.
Because there's no system. It's just like our hands, our phones. I'm like, well, how do you know whose stuff is what? And you broke down this whole process that you had. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous.
You know what it feels like though when you're calling the consignor on the spot. It just feels like you know how like
with no service.
yeah with
They're like
those-
we're customer service,
Yeah.
or we're bringing up through, or what was it like back in the days, like when you picked up a phone,
telemarketers.
telemarketer,
That's
like,
what
you
it
have
felt
to
like.
like,
It
yo,
felt like a
pass-
telemarketer.
Jesus Christ.
Or
Like,
like you know, like
Phone
the
a
New York
friend.
Stock Exchange, the Stock
Exactly,
Exchange. That's what it
exactly.
just felt like. It just felt
Jesus
hectic.
Christ.
Like it felt like you were on a timer or something.
And obviously the dude's still like staring at you like, what are you doing?
What
Yeah,
are you
exactly.
I
doing?
just want the shoe, bro.
Yeah,
We're like, I can't just give it to you, my bro. Like, I have to
Yeah,
call
it's-
the owner, the
it's
person
not-
that owns the shoe.
it's not that easy, bud.
Sheesh. No pun intended.
Nah.
But yeah, man, we'll be there. We'll be there Saturday. Well, I won't be there. I'll be at a wedding in Dominican Republic, but they'll be there.
We'll
you
be
know,
there.
Saturday they'll be there. Sunday.
Our guy Noel will be there. The guy's backstage. If
You know
you
what
want
I
to say
mean?
what's up with him, take a
be-
picture. I know he's a celebrity and all that now.
There'll be
he's the brains behind the podcast. He's what makes this viewing screen possible. Right
there'll
here.
be buying, selling, talking, and trading.
exactly.
There we
All
are.
right.
Not just hot takes, but hot sneakers.
Oof,
There you are.
hot skin too.
If you want to be in one of our videos, pull up and we'll put you on the video too.
Oh,
there we
Just
are.
trade with us.
We will be
Oof.
recording, so
Yeah,
yes, we
Everything.
want
We're
the
gonna- We're
content.
gonna try to get as much B-roll, as much videos, and
Don't be
interactions.
don't be
going on.
afraid to talk to us.
Exactly.
It's free promo.
Free promo. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
No, I mean, well, thank you, Gotsole, for
Yeah, we got.
thank you,
Word.
Gotsole, for having us. Both on the 19th and the 20th, we will be there. We'll also be giving away, like I said before, a pair of white cement reimagines in whatever size you'd like.
All right.
All you got to do is subscribe, leave a comment. That's how you get a free entry. You could buy an entry for $1, as many as you'd like. And this could possibly be yours. We'll be drawing the winner towards the end of the month.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
So you'll have plenty of time to enter both in store
What's your
and at the
size?
event.
Hey, my son. People
Nah,
don't
yeah.
know I'm a size 6.5, 7. So if you have some good
Jesus.
stuff, bring it through for me, please.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of bring it through, I still haven't gotten Crenshaw's. No
I
one has
remember
that
you
shoe.
wanted that.
Yo, no one has that shoe. And
Yeah.
my go-to guy who usually comes here, who's a size 12, didn't get the shoe either.
It's
He was
okay,
like,
Leo. We'll get it for you over
nah,
there.
bro. I'm about to get that in
That's
DR.
what Gotsole's for.
I'm about to get the crank.
Exactly. You
I'm gonna
could
get the
find their
crank
grails
show.
at God's
Yeah.
I'm going to get the crank show at DR.
You want?
Nah, yeah, if you got a size 12, please bring it to these guys. I will buy it virtually.
We
Say it's for Leo, so I could know. If I
Yeah.
can remember, because I've already forgot.
and we'll ring
Please.
him up on WhatsApp because I don't think he'll have service in DR.
Oh, don't worry about that, Brian. I'll have better service than you do.
You know, I don't even doubt that. I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah, man. Are you guys looking for anything in particular that you hope to see?
Yeah, let us
there?
know. We might have it, and we can bring it through. If you're going, we can have it there. Also, let us know. What do you prefer when a table has? Do you want it to be hyped items or bricks? Because I feel like that's a lot of like. Some people bring a lot of like bricks when it comes to like just being like GR stuff.
Well, I feel
stuff
like
that.
bricks is
There's a
such
lot
a
of people that-
derogatory term.
Yeah,
Everything's
Yeah,
a brick
all right.
this
So
year.
GR stuff.
But there's
you
a lot of
know,
people
like,
that bring like the same thing.
Mm.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So it's like
Yeah.
I feel like people also want to break from that,
Exactly.
which is what makes some tables more attractive than others. So I
For
think
sure.
I think people, I think the people want some grails, man.
I mean, that's what I always say. I always say like, let's bring the grails, show it off, get some good stuff. We end up selling them all the time we get there.
Word.
But what are you looking for, Mateo? You looking for anything? Anything you got your eye on?
No, I was honestly just looking for mummies for a long time.
No
Yeah,
CDG
right there.
Supreme
And I just
box
got 'em.
logo?
Yo, weren't
No
you looking for
CDG
CDG?
Supreme
Oh
box
no, that was
logo?
in the past.
Weren't you looking for
past.
CDG?
That was in
Dunk
the
highs?
past, man.
CDG Dunk Highs
You'll never catch me with that anymore.
Yeah.
No?
CDG
With
Dunk
the
Highs?
Actually-
with the yellow clear.
I'm still looking for Rick Owens, so let me know if
Yeah,
you guys have that.
yeah.
If you have a CDG worth 80 in a size 9.5, please.
Oh,
please,
the
please, please.
bacon, yes.
Yes.
If you have the 180 bacon, or people call it Sting, size 6.5 or 7, please bring it through. Please, I need that
Please,
shit.
please visit our
Word.
table.
Yeah, I'll take a Crenshaw 12,
Oh yeah, and a Crenshaw 12.
please.
Jeez, it sounds like a McDonald's order.
Hold the racist too.
Oh, jeez. All right, and I think that's enough for today. Once again, guys, please like, comment, and
It's
subscribe.
the shortest podcast.
Make sure you comment,
Yes,
or this can't be yours.
make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can take one of those bad boys home.
We'll be doing raffles at Godsole. Well, we'll
You'll see
be
people
taking
work. You'll see people holding it like this in God's
like
soul.
this,
You ever-
You'll see. I've seen people balance like 2 shoe boxes on their head. I got soul.
like this the
And I
whole
was
time.
like, how the fuck are you walking?
Have you
Yo,
seen that kid
375.
that puts the speaker on his head and goes like this?
yeah. You'll see people walking around like this and carrying like 4 other shoes in their hand, and I'm just like, yo, the balance is immaculate with these people right
Yeah,
now.
well,
Yeah.
well, we can't
So
wait to
there's-
see you
Come
all
through.
there.
Come
There's
through. God's
three
a fun
ways to
place.
win. Comment below, come in store and purchase a raffle ticket, or purchase them at Gotsole. Either way, we'll be giving this away at the end of the month. Yes, it is to your top.
And don't worry, if you follow us already and you're at Godsole, show us that you follow us, and that's a free entry right away.
There
Don't
we
let them lie
are.
to you. You have to comment below.
That too.
That too.
Don't
Yeah.
forget that. That's important.
Yes, but like, comment, and subscribe. All our past videos, this video. Tell your friend, tell your mom, tell your friends' friends, tell your uncle, tell your aunt, tell your dog, I guess.
Don't tell your dog.
Well, all right, guys.
Dirty ass dog.
All right, guys. We'll see you the next time.
Peace.